Now then, folks, happy Sunday morning to you. It's James, JT at the movies, and I'm back with you for day 2 of my Cineworld 30-day film challenge inspired by my good mate, Jamie Powell. So today's challenge was to watch a film that you watched over and over again in childhood, and when I saw this, there was only one film for me that it could be, and that is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I remember when this film came out back in 1998, so it's another film that's a 25-year anniversary of it this year. There's a bit of a theme so far. It won't be continuing, I promise, but a coincidence none the same. I remember when this film came out, it premiered on Cartoon Network, and my mum and dad taped it off the telly for me. And I remember them letting me watch like the first 10-15 minutes of it before having to go to bed because I was like 6 years old or whatever. And I remember like the restless night's sleep, being so giddy to watch the film the next day, and then watching it the next day and being absolutely just enamoured with it and watching it repeatedly many times over, and the subsequent sequels, you know, Witch's Ghost and Alien Invaders and the like, and playing the Cyber Chase video game, you know, those 4 films, and Scooby-Doo in general is just a massive part of my childhood, and I'd be lying if it wasn't still a massive part of my film watching life today. I absolutely adore that series in any iteration that they put it out. But yeah, Zombie Island, what a great film. It was sort of like the getting the band back together film back in the 90s was this, because they hadn't done the Scooby-Doo Where Are You show or the various versions for probably about a decade at that point, and anything that they had done just featured Scooby, Shaggy and occasionally Scrappy-Doo, so it was kind of nice to sort of get the proper band back together again. And it's got, you know, absolutely incredible voice talents in it. Frank Welker plays Freddy, as he always does and still does to this day. Billy West takes over from Casey Kasem as Shaggy, and the fantastic Scott Innes is the voice of Scooby-Doo. He would later go on to voice Scooby and Shaggy in quite a few iterations of the show and games and films and whatever else. Mary Kay Bergman and B.J. Ward round out the main cast as Daphne and Velma respectively. But for me, it's the supporting cast where there's like voice acting and acting royalty, really. You've got Jim Cummings, famously known as the voice of Winnie the Pooh, and Tara Strong, who's Timmy Turner and Bubbles, and you know, so many other, Batgirl, so many other iconic cartoon characters in there. And then as well as that, you've got Mark Hamill and you've got Adrienne Barbeau, who folks will obviously know from John Carpenter's The Fog, amongst other things as well. You know, such a varied career there. But it's just such a heavyweight list of voice acting talents in this thing. And as I might have already mentioned, or if I haven't, they take all like the cliches and the tropes of classic Scooby-Doo and subvert them, turn them on their head, and sort of look you dead in the metaphorical camera and go, we're not going to do that. And it's brilliant, and it's only a film that's sort of got better with age for me. And as I've sort of grown up, and I've grown up with Scooby-Doo, and I did a little bit of studying sort of the animation of it and how those you know, cartoons and things were made as part of a media studies course that I did in college. And really got to sort of do a bit of a deep dive under the skin of it, and it's only made me appreciate it more. And like I say, every time I come back to this, I always get something new from it, and always really enjoy it. It's always an absolute pleasure to go back to as well. For my 30th birthday last year, knowing how much I love this film and you know, these series of films, Laura actually managed to get Scott Innes, the voice of Scooby and Shaggy, to leave me a little birthday message where he sort of gave me some tidbits about the film and about Witch's Ghost, and sang happy birthday to me as Shaggy and Scooby, which was just absolutely amazing.
Like, hey James, where are you? Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Scott Innes here, better known as one of the voices of Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and Scrappy-Dappy-Doo!
But yeah, I absolutely love this film, and what a great film for day 2 of the challenge. If you haven't seen it, or you haven't seen it in a long time, go get it checked out. It's definitely worth it. If you've got kids, get it popped on with the kids. It's great fun. Thanks so much for watching day 2 of the challenge, and forgive me if my voice has been a little bit hoarse throughout it. I had a gig last night and fair sang my brains out, and I'm feeling it today. But hopefully I'm still clear, and hopefully it clears up as well, because I'm singing again this afternoon. But there we go. But yeah, if you've liked the video, drop it a thumbs up, folks. Leave me your thoughts on this film and the video in the comments down below. Let's get that conversation going. And if you're coming across me for the first time, hello. hello and nice to meet you. Please think about subscribing so that I can keep you around for future videos and we can get to know each other. And of course, it'll help my channel to grow as well. Above all else, folks, take care of yourselves and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3 of the challenge. Bye for now.